Hey, ladies and gentlemen, happy January. It is January, sorry, it is February 5th. It has been quite some time since I've done a live stream. I was looking at the little date thing earlier, and it would appear that the last live stream I did was January 19th. So we took 2 weeks off. I hope everybody has been doing well. If you're new to the group, welcome. We are Student Loan Justice. We are the oldest, largest, first and really only true grassroots group fighting only and absolutely for student loan justice. If you have any questions or comments, and I can see them on either Facebook or Twitter, throw them out. We're also on YouTube, and I apologize. I just don't have enough eyeballs to keep track of 3 different platforms at once. But certainly if you're watching us on Twitter or Facebook and you have comments, I'm happy to respond to them if I can see them. It is the cold of winter right now here in northern Wisconsin. It's just horrendously cold, brutally cold. So I wish it was last summer. Let's just say that. But I hope, as I said, everybody's doing well out there in the world. I think I can see the comments this time. Good. I've got a couple of quick announcements. We are going to be in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, believe it or not, on March 2nd. So coming up towards the end of the month, we're going to be giving a talk to the Jewish Federation and something called the free loan program that they do out there. And thanks to Lisa Ansell, again, our fearless California leader, and for her making this happen. So this whole talk is in support of the film Lone Wolves, the documentary that we're being featured in right now on the Peacock Network, and you can see it for yourself. If you haven't seen the film yet, check it out as soon as you can. I don't know how much longer it's going to be available on the Peacock channel, but by all means, check it out if you can. So I didn't want to have to bring this up, ladies and gentlemen, but if you can donate at this time, it would be extraordinarily helpful. I should just say, it's we took 2 weeks off. I was going to be visiting my uncle in Washington. I called that trip off. I had to, because it was just kind of too expensive with all the stuff and I just couldn't do it. And it's a very good thing, because if I hadn't canceled that trip, the engine in our SLJ van, the Student Loan Justice van, would have seized on the way to the airport in Minneapolis. And so, knock on wood, thank my lucky stars or whatever, we called off the trip because it was too expensive. But then in fact, a week ago yesterday, Saturday, the engine on our van seized. It had plenty of oil. I don't know what's going on, but I'm very sorry to report that the SLJ van is finished. And so that's just a fact, which is just super bad for us, timing wise. Quite frankly, I think we're going to have to do a GoFundMe or something to get another, hopefully better vehicle this time. This could have happened at a worse time, by the way. Our donations were down after the first of the year, just like nothing, just almost nothing. But so if you can donate at this time, oh God, please just do it. Please re-up your support if you could. Thanks to everyone who we have been getting donations from lately, Jackie in Texas and a couple others over the past 2 weeks. It's been very, very frugal. So guys, please just please donate if you could. And stay tuned for a proper GoFundMe that I think I'm going to start. Anyways, so here's where we're at on the student loan front. Congress is now back in session. They've selected their leader. The Republicans and in and around Congress are joining in on various lawsuits, including one that's going to be heard by the Supreme Court February 28th, I believe, which will determine the legality of Joe Biden's student loan cancellation. And so, if you're new to the group, this group started the whole public conversation about student loan cancellation by executive order way back in August of 2019, so even before the pandemic. So you would think that we'd be thrilled that this is even a thing, and I guess in a way we are. But I'm here to tell you guys, Joe Biden's student loan cancellation was fake and feckless, and frankly, I think designed to fail from the get-go. And so, in my view, that whole entire controversy, most importantly, that Supreme Court case, and I'm sorry to say this, guys, but it's just not that important. It is not. They will determine the legality of Joe Biden's using something called the HEROES Act, which is a 2003 legislation passed, I think in the wake of Hurricane Katrina or something, or maybe the wake of September 11th. It was a very ill-fitting law to begin with to justify the president's canceling student loans by executive order. So whichever way that case goes, frankly, it doesn't make that much difference in my world. Maybe it does in yours. Maybe you owe $10,000 or less. Frankly, I don't think many of the people on our group owe probably even $50,000 or less. Most people in our group, I think, are probably six figures at this point, or five figures, six figures, or more, multiple six figures. So, the Biden cancellation was never particularly interesting in the first place for us. And if you look back at years worth of my live streams, for example, if you get any random live stream from a year ago, you will see me saying, guys, whatever student loan cancellation Biden does, it's going to be fake and feckless, and very few people will get it. And I didn't at that point realize that it would be overwhelmingly challenged in the courts, but there's also that. I knew it would be controversial. But whichever way that case goes, guys, this problem remains. And in a way, I see this as really an artificial controversy. It's being used to suck all the air out of the room. The core of this problem remains the absence of bankruptcy rights from these loans, ladies and gentlemen. And I've said it even a year ago. Go back a year, look at our video. You will see me say, unless and until we have the constitutionally enshrined right of bankruptcy returned to us, any student loan cancellation that we're going to see from the president and the secretary of education, it's going to be fake, feckless, and lame. And so whichever way this current Supreme Court case goes at the end of the month, it doesn't really make a difference, not to me anyways. And I would think probably not for you either. So obviously we're interested in this. We're keeping tabs on it. And I've got a lot of things that I could say about it. But really, guys, this still comes down to bankruptcy. And the good news is that we've got many Republicans, many conservative, and by the way, we're a fiercely nonpartisan group. But this issue, particularly the student loan cancellation issue, has been shoehorned into the polarized partisan food fighting that we see, and there's no good reason for it. Half of the people on our group are Republicans or independents. So but having said that, the Republicans are fighting tooth and nail against student loan cancellation. However, many Republicans, including many keen conservatives outside of Congress at places like the Federalist and many other conservative places, they have all been calling for the return of bankruptcy rights to student loans. And in Congress, people like Matt Gaetz, a big MAGA guy from Florida, love him or hate him. Josh Hawley, same thing, love him or hate him. By the way, we pretty much hate both parties on this group, so it's kind of like a good cop, bad cop thing. Do you like the party that stabs you in the back or stabs you in the face? I don't know. I can't really decide, but we are very healthily divorced from any partisan leanings. We take people based on their words and their actions, and we do not care about party. But we are politically aware, and we know what it's going to take to get this bill passed through Congress this year, and it's going to take Republicans to pass anything through the House, and that is just the fact. So take heart, I guess, in the fact that people like Josh Hawley, Matt Gaetz, also John Cornyn, who's a senator from Texas. These are just a few examples of Republicans, and I could give many more outside of Congress and maybe even inside. Yeah, Glenn Grothman, another Republican. There's a lot of good Republicans out there who are on our side. And so, there's very good reasons to be hopeful. And also remember this, there's 38 million distressed student loan borrowers in the country. And they skew towards the southern states, and over half of them, the borrowers, who are losing sleep over their student loans, are either Republican or independent. So really, our argument is our political argument is sledgehammer strong with the Republicans. So we'll see what sort of traction we can get. So I'm going to do maybe a longer live stream tomorrow, but I just kind of wanted to check in with you guys here Sunday evening. We're going to get back into the swing of things starting tomorrow. We're going to be doing a very important daily action. I'm coming to understand that Facebook is throttling us even more than they were before, where our posts apparently aren't showing up on people's news feeds and stuff. So I don't know what to say about that. It's going to be a tough year, guys. It's going to be tougher than it was last year. We were close last year, very close, but we're going to have to fight just much harder this coming year. And so I'm looking for your comments now, and we'll see. And so, hey, Terry Dodd's with us tonight. Hey, Terry. For your comments now. Oh. Terry says, good evening, fellow warriors. I'm pumped up for this year as far as our next steps will be. And we will not be silenced no matter how much the opposition tries to. Amen, Terry. They can try to silence us, but that's like, to me, it's like trying to put toothpaste back in a tube. It ain't going to happen. We're too strong. It's like a kitty. My cat. Yeah, remember at the end of the day, guys, we own this lending system. It does not own us. We didn't wreck this lending system. It is trying to wreck us. The founding fathers are on our side. They are. Enshrined in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, ahead of the power to declare war and raise an army, is the call for Congress to create uniform laws on the subject of bankruptcies in this country. A lot of people don't realize the bankruptcy is mentioned in the Constitution, but it is. There's a very good reason for that. So we got this, guys, and no matter what happens with the lawsuit and all that stuff, whenever they try and turn the lending program back on, my best guess is that not even maybe 20, maybe 25, but probably closer to only 15 or 20% of the borrowers are going to even resume paying. So the entire lending system has become one large national joke. And while, we haven't seen that headline in the press yet, come on, guys. The press has been aligned against us forever. The mainstream media has taken their cues from Washington and Wall Street forever. So that's nothing new. The revolution will not be televised, as they say. And that's very true. Hey, Vanjie and Rue's with us tonight. Hey, Vanjie, how are you? And by the way, if you're in California, I wouldn't expect Vanjie would want to probably do this one, but because she lives so north of the Grapevine. But if you want to come down and check us out at that really cool event, I will post the link, the link to the flyer in the comments below this shortly after this live stream. It's going to be happening somewhere in like Hollywood or Bel Air, or Beverly Hills, or somewhere in sort of West Los Angeles, I think. But anyways, I will post it. And if you are in California and you wanted to show up at this thing, it would be very, very good. I'm expecting kind of a hard crowd. It's going to be a wealthy, predominantly, I think, Jewish crowd. And just wealthy people in general have no clue about this predatory lending system. So I'm not exactly expecting a lot of kissing, crying, and hugs and stuff like that. So it's, the more the merrier. The more people we can get there, maybe to share their experience or whatever the case may be, the more the better. So if you're in Southern California and you've got some time on your schedule for, I believe it's March 2nd, check out the flyer below and show up. It would be just awesome to see you. And, we like to meet our members and stuff like that as well. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up early tonight. But I hope you all had a good past couple of weeks. It'll be good to be back in the saddle. We're going to need you more than ever. This next year is going to be so tough. It's going to be so much tougher than last year, because we're dealing with gridlock now. So we really have to kiss the ass of both parties. But, kiss and kick, I would say both carrot and stick. We're going to use this in this coming year. Hopefully the Republicans will see how idiotic it is to be wagging their finger at their own base again and again and again. The reason the red wave didn't happen is because of the Republicans wagging their finger at all the conservative independent student loan borrowers in their base who are being wrecked by this big government red state wrecking loan scam. And I think some of the smarter, younger Republicans have come around to realize that, people like Matt Gaetz and Josh Hawley, as I said. So I think we got this, guys, but as before, it all depends on how hard we fight, meaning how hard, whether and if and how hard you sitting there help us. So, in the words of John Connor, you have no idea how important you are. And I say that damn near every night, but it's just so true. Oh, your birthday is on March 2nd. Oh my goodness. My birthday's on March 3rd, Vanjie. Isn't that crazy? Matt Taibbi's birthday is on March 2nd. I don't know why I know that. I just do. So maybe we can go, if you want to come down, we'll do a birthday thing. Or I'm just kidding. I know Vanjie lives like a 2-hour drive north of town. So, but yeah, how cool is that? So all right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there at that. Just please hang in there. And maybe the last thing I should say is, if you haven't donated in a while, just please donate. We are literally stranded in the middle of the woods in Wisconsin right now until we can get another vehicle. We also have no running water where I live, by the way. And that's just true. It's just crazy. I need a shower and stuff. I need to go to the YMCA and stuff like that. But oh God, just please help us on the donation side, guys. We cannot do this without you, and we will cease to exist without your just moderate financial support. So if you could re-up your donations at this time, I would just be it would be heaven sent for us. So all right, guys, I will be back tomorrow night, and stay tuned, and please spread the word about this group, because nobody else is going to. And this is the fight, guys. This is the fight for student loan justice. So good luck. I'll see you tomorrow. Godspeed. And God bless everyone.